All right, what's good, y'all? This is another review with Invented Kicks, and this is your boy KanyIzzy, aka Izzy, back at another joint. And this week we've got the orange boxes. You already know what it is. It's the Air Fear of God ones and the oatmeal colorway. So these joints released last Saturday, November 2nd. And I was lucky enough to wake up and see that I got a win from Concepts here in New York City. All right, so I actually won for the Jordan 1 Fearless colorway, you know, the sky blue, red and white joints, and also one for these right here. So I showed up to pick up both pairs. Well, actually, I just wanted the Fear of God ones because I won the Fearless from the Fearless Jordans from Foot Locker, and I was gonna head down there and pick that up. So anyway, once I got there, they told me that my name was not on the list for the Fear of God ones. It was just on the list for the Jordan ones. Of course, I was sick. Like, I never win these joints. Never, never, never. And I actually do have the black and white joints, and I won those through a friend whose friend actually just happened to be there and entered without me knowing, and actually ended up winning those. So this actually felt like my first actual retail raffle win for these. That I didn't have to ask nobody to do. I didn't have to pay nobody. I didn't have to do nothing. No after resale market. Just me straight up winning the raffle and going. And finally, they told me I couldn't get them. So I was pretty tight, pretty upset. Needless to say, they told me they put my name down on the list, and if they had any pairs left over, they would give me a call later that night, and they would let them go to me on Sunday. So I did that, and I got lucky enough. They actually called me back and told me that they had me down. And they told me they had me down for the wrong size. They said they had me down for an 11, and I was like, I put down for a 10.5. And they still even honored that. So shout out to Concepts New York for the W, for the win on these, and for actually being able to honor these. So here they go right here. Beautiful. Absolutely sick. Air Fear God ones in the oatmeal colorway. So I got to say, I'm feeling these. Particularly after the story I told you, of course, you know, it just makes it even that much more of a win to actually have these in hand. But I'm definitely feeling these. To me, I think when I saw these, I kind of just, my whole attitude towards Fear of God be like, meh. And it's because there's no chance that I'm ever going to win them, you know, at retail on my own. So I'm always just like, yeah, I'll enter a raffle here and there, especially if I really like them. But chances are I'm not going to get a chance to actually get these. So I usually don't really think too much about them, but this time around I was like, I'm really feeling these. We'll see what happens. I entered a couple raffles and got lucky off them. But they're dope. I think this is my third favorite colorway, only behind the yellows and the black OG joints that dropped. So if I could say anything about these, I mean, it's pretty standard. It's the same. As far as fit goes, I would say go with your true to size. I normally wear an 11 when shoes run a little small to me. When things run exactly how they should, I go 10.5, and I got these in a 10.5. The black joints, I got in a 10.5. And for reference, if anybody has the Fear of God raids, I got those in a size 11. So I half size up in those. I went with my true to size in these. If you like your stuff to fit really, you know, snug, maybe even go down half a size on these right here. If anybody has the Yeezy 750s, they fit pretty much like that. But yeah, you got your oatmeal. So it's basically the whole shoe dripped in oatmeal from the uppers, the canvas, or what do you want to call this like netting material that they have up here. It's straight up oatmeal. You have the heel counter pieces that wrap up on the medial and lateral sides of the shoe, which is also done in oatmeal. And then you have the front, that toe box piece, which is kind of like a suede leather. If I zero on in and get a little close there, you can see like the fabric materials and the little texture right there. That's why I call it that suede leather. And then this piece, you can even see it happen in a smidge, just a tiny bit, is actually a 3M hit, which I think is dope. So when it lights up in a certain way, this piece right here is going to light up in 3M. Another piece that I really like, or part about the shoe that I really like, is the bottom. So you have that modernized 180 air unit that wraps around the heel. And it's straight up done in translucent. So you got the black Nike check right there, which is seen all the way on the inside of the shoe, and I think that's pretty sick as well. And just the whole sole itself looks so modern and so dope. And I don't know if this is the first time around because it's only the second pair I've owned, but the sole and midsole is actually like a translucent oatmeal color, which I think is pretty sick as well. Now I switched out the laces just because I like the contrast on these a lot. I think this is going to be a dope fall shoe, something to pull out at some point within the next probably 3 months before we see all that snow hit New York City. So that pretty much wraps it up. Like I said, as far as comfort and fit, these joints are super comfortable. They're made to play basketball in, so they're ready to go. Seems like something that would be a little too hot. Nowadays, everything is kind of really trimmed down. But nonetheless, I think this is a really sick shoe, a really good call, and nod back to like what you would find in like 90s basketball. So I think these are really dope, and I'm just pretty happy to earn it to finally have a pair. Now, as far as packaging going, if you've never seen Fear of Gods, they come packaged like really impressive stuff. First of all, the box here gives you a really modern, high fashion box. There's nothing on it. It's really plain and simplistic, which, like I said, gives you that high fashion modern feel. Now, in addition to that, when you open the box, you're gonna have some orange wrapping that sits right on top of it, and then you see this aluminum, wrapping foil, plastic looking stuff, which is pretty sick. So these are the original Fear of Gods here, but this is basically what they come in right here. And then you're gonna have this tote bag, which is supposed to be I believe so you can put your shoes in there either before you're done playing, before when you're on your way to the gym, or after you're done playing ball and you're on your way back home. You got this nice tote bag right here. It says Fear of God. It's a little tough to see through that, but you can actually see it right there. Pick it up. All right, so it comes with that as well. And then last but not least, this little other bag here, which is branded with Fear of God there. It's a little tough to see once again with that aluminum look. And then it has a Nike check there, and typical Nike branding, which comes with an extra set of laces. In this case, it's gonna have like your white off-white laces, original laces that were on the shoes when I first got them, were the oatmeal joints. And then you're gonna have the oatmeal laces that it comes with, which I already have on there. And then you have some backup spare clear laces. They're kind of like off-white, almost yellowish, but they're clear when you compare them to the ones that the oatmeal laces that they come with. And they got this really cool salmon color. Salmon, some people will say salmon. My girlfriend would kill me if you know I was saying salmon on here, but you got those right here, which I think is dope. I might actually throw those on there in a while because I think the contrast is dope, like I said. And your hang tag that says Fear of God, Fear of God there. And on the back, you have the Nike branding. All right, so just wanted to show you guys those extra tidbits. So that pretty much does it for these right here. So once again, shout out to Concepts New York for the W on these. Second pair of Fear of Gods that I got. These will be worn. I'm not reselling a goddamn thing. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. As usual, hit the subscription button below if you haven't already.